It's actually when you get down to really the bare, where the rubber hits the pavement. It's one of the reasons I don't work for nobody no more. Okay, companies, if you will, corporations, they're all associated with each other through all the banking. Everything that's integrated in the system is all completely corrupted. Okay, so I realized when I pulled the jacks out in 2016, I'm done. Because I can't be live in honor to the law of one and then at the same time be giving energy into a system which is the AI, the binary stuff, the D-Wave ARPA shit. Okay? Because you're experiencing corruption at just about every level at which it's integrated into a planet ship. Okay? Because it is true. Okay? Because I worked in so many different places and worked in so many different jobs to sort of look at how, if you think of the arteries and veins of a planet, the bioplasm that flows through everybody's operating system, right? Your arteries, veins, the blood of the planet, water, okay, the water worlds, okay, and everything that they were doing here as a result of what they use their mind's energy to do, okay, is self-destructive in and of itself. Okay, look at the results. You want a model? Look at the entire history of this planet. Okay. So the way that I experienced this from the time I was a little child was trying to see if there was any place that I could go anywhere on this planet where my energy was not being molested, or I could just exist, just being what I am as love energy without somebody putting their hand out and saying, pay me for that space to be with our mother. Our mother, the great living spirit of Mother Earth, goddess energy, is not charging us to be with her energy. She's gifting us energy. They're inverted. That's right. They're inverted. That's why they're self-destructive, because self destroys itself, because it's operating its software on self-destruct. It's not operating on love, the law of love, which is the law of spheres, right? That's right. It's not operating on the balance of magnets. That means that somewhere along the way, their energy, which is their consciousness, is being used to do what? Cause imbalance. Because it's in resistant mode to experience balance in its own mind's energy soul complex, if they have one left. So you're measuring, or we measure, what the energy is doing by virtue of experiencing the result. So experience is the teacher. And if you truly have free will, then you get to decide, when you are what love is as the highest law, what you're going to do with that energy that is not in balance with the law of spheres, which is the law of one. So if we're living up to the highest superconductor of gold and silver joined as one, we're experiencing balance. What do you want to experience next? To experience what love experiences. Now you're feeling loved wherever you go. So I was reminded before I decided to put this little one in here, since this is like sharing stories, but it's how it works. Because it seemed like no matter where I was going, because when I got back to the fire station, the next morning I got called in by my boss, the guy that hired me, and he said that I had violated an API rule. I violated the artificial intelligence. So now artificial intelligence, through this guy, his name was Campbell, Ron Campbell, told me that while what you had did was a rule violation, and even though he did not say this, in the words I might say it, he said that saving that house was the right thing to do. That's the right-hand path. I think that's Eastgate, Mama. Well, that's what the branch of mankind will do, is to prevent trauma so that those children and that family can come home. Because, think about it, at the end of the day, when they love to start all these fires to burn stuff down, by which they collect a lot on insurance, right? No, I collect some money out of you because you're ripping me off. I'm going to rip you off back. It's a zero-sum game. AI war games. Oh, that AI loves it. Make a counter move. That's why every positive move it tries to make a counter move, it's been checked. It's over. And so, in this particular instance, he realized that, hey, we saved that house. So I thought, look at it this way, buddy boy. You had somebody that you hired, which is me, okay? Think of how happy that family is now that they come home and that house wasn't burned down, because I can assure you, okay, that if that house was burned down, you know how the Coconut Wireless works. Word travels fast, doesn't it? What if a birdie landed on somehow, because everybody's connected to neurons, and all of a sudden they became aware that some guy that was put on that engine who never had any experience in structural fire protection before was given the orders, and that was the result of that home being lost and that soul trauma of fractals, okay, ends up with that trauma, and then those families, that family, the parents find out about it. You, Mr. Ron Campbell, are going to have to answer, because it was you who assigned him to our engine that day based on rule-based functions. That's right. The AI, API program, okay, that you all were followers were following the program, and that program came back to bite you in the butt. And you could lose your job over that, which is losing more money, which is counter space. Now you got to go find another job, because now they're going to sue the U.S. Forest Service for a gazillion bucks. That looked to be a pretty expensive home. Now you get all the newspaper coverage, local newspaper coverage. So what are they going to do? Well, you know what they're really good at. You know what a shell game is, right? Where they put 3 shells out on the table. Which one is it in? 3. They'll just move Ron around to someplace else, right? You're a good order follower. You're good for the corporation. You follow orders, which means you don't question it. You're not lovers of law, so we don't have to worry about you, right? We'll just put you off over here, and now everybody that you're supervising over there now gets to experience who you are, which is the AI API interface, and then they get to experience the rules that they got to follow that you're following, because he's in charge. Charge. And what does that do? Continues the same cycle of counter space. Over and over and over and over and over again. Simulations within simulations within simulations within simulations. And there goes the hamster wheel. All right? He needs a job. He needs to keep making money. He needs to keep making blood money. That's right. So they're feeding the system, keep that system running, keep that energy harvesting system of all these batteries. This is the reality they believe that they live in, so they're all rule-based functions, which means they're following all the orders. So they're getting that energy from us. That's right. They are getting that energy from us. Running direct current. The AC is the female-male frequency modulation antenna. Whoa, yeah. So you can see how this plays out, which is why what ended up at Rockwell International, same story, right? I see somebody dumping ethyl methyl bad stuff into the drinking water system that supplies that for 12 million Southern Californians, right? I'm blowing the whistle inside the door. Hey, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, seeing if there was going to get any... Is there anybody home? No, I went to the president of Rockwell International Corporation. That's the space shuttle project. So, you know, these Nazis don't give one rat's ass about us. They don't care about the law. Remember, Nuremberg trials? They faked that. Okay, because they're all in cahoots with each other. That's all played out very beautifully with the ACIO and all the corporate stuff, right? The AI integration stuff. And what else we got in all that, Patty? Yeah. See, so love is the law. Remember? Guy had to keep hitting her over the head. Love is the law. That's right. So people keep wondering, love is the law, huh? Really? Yeah, that's how it works. Love is the highest law because it's the highest accelerator of superconductivity. Go, baby. Golden Fire Emerald Dragons. Emerald Fire. Yeah. Emerald pools. Emerald water. Feel the water. Feel the water. Feel the glow. Be the glow. Be the golden fire. Be the glow. Yeah. Remember the golden eagle? Yeah, the golden eagle. Put a feather in your bonnet. Put a feather in your ear. Reconnaissance. Surveillance. A bird. Birds are the canary in the coal mine. So I am really happy for everyone that the law man and girl are here. The law girl and man are here. The law of one is here. Joined together as one all creation that we give love to. That's how we learn, through our experiences, huh? That's right, we share our experiences and how beautiful it is to learn. Because when you're on a spiritual pathway, experiencing what love is the pathway that you choose to learn through in living spirit, and you will purify yourself. It just naturally happens. And when you're experiencing the purity of that love, the purity of that spirit with so much fire that you have within you, it's an eternal blessing. And that's why it's a gifter. It's gifting it. It's gifting it. It's gifting. I'm always just, it's like blow my mind. And it's just like my mind gets blown all the time, right? Of how beautiful it is, because so many people come together with their soul and their spirit to make these things happen on behalf of the law of one. So there are never going to be any words to give the amount of thanks and energy that is represented by how much energy that actually is, that love uses to experience the all creation that we give love to. But you can see by the experiences that I've shared with others how it works in real life experiences. Okay? Because when you experience trauma, I experience trauma, and I cry for you. Because I experience the trauma that soul goes through. So the idea is to prevent that from ever happening to you so that you don't experience that you always experience the one that always loves you. That's what I am, the one.